Poor old PowerPoint. It seems to be such easy pickings for bashing in the media these days. People love to make fun of it, claiming that a PowerPoint presentation is inherently boring. But that does not need to be the case. Granted, if you're just reading a static list of bulleted points off your screen, then yeah, that can be pretty boring. But there's so many things that can be done to add visual excitement as well as audio elements to PowerPoint presentations to make them more interesting and more enjoyable for your viewer and more enjoyable to present. And that's the focus of this video blog entry and the corresponding article on emerging ed tech. If you click through to the post that's associated with this video blog entry, you'll find dozens of exciting free tools and resources that can help you jazz up those tired old PowerPoint slides or make exciting new ones. So the first technique we look at is adding animations using the mechanisms that are already available within PowerPoint for doing this. One easy thing to do is to add slide transitions. I've linked out to a tutorial from Online Tech Tips that shows you in a quick and easy way how to go about accessing these tools and using them, and provides some nice tips on using slide transitions. The next thing I want to look at is custom animations. Now these are a lot of fun and you can really get kind of carried away with this stuff, and it's a good time to mention that it's important not to overdo any of these kinds of techniques. They're just little elements to add a little bit of an edge to your presentation, a little bit of sense of fun. So keep that in mind, and in the meanwhile let's go ahead and take a closer look at some of what you can do with custom animations. Okay, so what is playing on the screen now is a set of custom animations I put together using the tools available right within PowerPoint. So after this plays in its entirety, I'll show you the basics of how some of these different techniques were created within PowerPoint. Alright, so let's go ahead and have a closer look. Okay, so if you have a slide open in PowerPoint, and you'll want a slide with some text elements, and graphical elements will work as well. And in PowerPoint 2007 there's an animations menu option up at the top in the menus. Under PowerPoint 2003 the animations menu is under slideshow. But with the animations menu open, having clicked on animations, you'll want to then click on custom animation, and that will bring up the tools that will allow you to add and modify the different custom animation elements. So what happens is if you click on one of your text boxes or one of your graphic image boxes, then you can click up here to add an effect, and the effects are grouped into 4 sections: entrance, emphasis, exit, and motion paths. And within each of these areas there'll be some default choices, but it's important to take a look under more effects and look at all the different effects that are available there. And if you click on any one of them and you have the preview effect option checked on, when you click on it, in the background you'll see what happens with it. So here I'm clicking on a few different things and seeing in the background what happens and what that effect looks like. So a whole mess of different effects that are easy to add, and then it's important to be aware of these options here with start, property, and speed. Start will determine how does it start. Does it start because of a mouse click, or does it start immediately with the previous effect or right after the previous effect? So that gives you a lot of functionality for automation. The speed of the effect, you have 5 options, and I would encourage you to experiment with them because they each give a different feel to how the different effect works. And then in some cases there's a property related to how the effect, does it come from the top, left, right, and so on. So those are important to know. And then the last thing is that when you have one of these particular effects, you can click on them and you get this drop box, and there you get more things you can do. So under effect options you get a lot of control over is the text animated by letter, all at once, or by word. If it is by letter or by word, what's the percentage of delay between the letters and the words? What happens after the animation? Is there a sound associated with it? And there's also a timing tab that gives you more control. So there's all kinds of fun stuff you can do here. It's really pretty easy, and go ahead and have some fun, but remember, don't get carried away. The next set of free resources I'd like to recommend is all the great free templates that are available from Microsoft. Now, I've created a pre-configured search that if you run will bring back a whole bunch of articles available on the Microsoft's website to provide a bunch of different templates for 3D shapes, background templates, text effects, and on and on. Just you could spend hours playing with these things. Once you click through to the articles, and here I have a couple example articles that I've linked out to, you'll then have resources that you can download, and it'll give you templates that you can use right out of the box, and each of the templates has thorough instructions in it explaining more about how to use them or recreate them using your own text and images. So here I have the PowerPoint templates and slides that were downloaded in the article we were just looking at. And as you can see, for each one of these slides, you could use it as is, you could insert text and just use it. Copy that particular slide and insert it into a presentation you're working on. You will have to pay attention to the background because that will affect what's happening with this kind of overlay here. But then you can insert your own text or whatever. And then more importantly, there's complete instructions on how this thing was created, so you could do similar things with your own pictures if you wished. And before moving on to the next technique and resource that I want to share, I do want to show you real quick how this actual slide, because this one's pretty cool, and there's a bunch of other great ones in this set that I provide, just another example of the many different sets of templates that are available. I want to show you how this one actually plays out. So here's what you get if you download this set of templates, and up at the top is a quick overview of how to go about using some of these things, and then just all these neat little templates. This one has a sliding text effect and instructions on how to go about recreating this thing on your own, so you can use your own images to recreate it. This one here has the shrinking and positioning circular pictures and text, and here's how this slide actually looks when you actually play the animation. So that's really cool. Imagine recreating that with your own images. Adding audio to your slides. Alright, so I have a few more great resources and tools I want to share that can help you really add pizzazz to your PowerPoint slides. The first being about adding audio to your presentations. I've shared a couple of resources that focus on this. One is an article from a great online magazine called Presentation Magazine that explains how to add audio files to your presentation so they play in the background. And the next discusses how to use the free application Audacity to add audio to slides that you might load up to SlideShare, which is a very popular free tool for sharing your tools across the internet, which can also bring its own kind of fun and functionality to PowerPoint slides. I'm not going to go into big depth on those. The resources are here, and if you're interested in adding audio to PowerPoint, then those are some great resources to help you learn more about doing that. The next resource I want to direct you to is an online presentation magazine called presentationmagazine.com. And I've shared some specific examples to help you get a sense of how this can help you learn more about things you can do with your PowerPoint presentations. Here I've clicked through and opened the site, but again, back on the article itself, I direct you specifically to a section of articles devoted to enhancing PowerPoint presentations. A good article called Tips to Give Your PowerPoint Presentation the Wow Factor, article specific to PowerPoint 2010, and a whole bunch of free templates. So tools like this, online resources focused specifically on presentations, can be a great way to learn how to add more fun to your presentations. Next we have a quick little bonus option I've thrown in. I have not tried this yet, but it sounded really interesting, and I thought I'd just throw it out there if readers want to give it a shot. There's a site called zentation.com that has offers a service in various paid levels, but there's a free option, and it does claim to be able to allow you to create a presentation and sync it to a YouTube video to kind of sync PowerPoint to video. And then they have paid plans that provide further functionality along those lines. I thought that was cool enough to share, despite not having given it a shot yet. If I do try that out, I'll certainly be sharing more about that here. And last but certainly not least, I did want to share a few resources for those who wish to go out and learn some more on their own. So there's tons of advanced PowerPoint tutorials available on the internet, and I just threw together a couple listings here. One is an advanced PowerPoint tutorial series from About.com, and the other is a search result string from Bing that provides tutorial videos, predominantly YouTube tutorial videos, focused on advanced PowerPoint uses. So you want to learn some more, go ahead and give those babies a shot. So there you have a bunch of different resources that you can use to add some fun to your PowerPoint presentations. I hope you find them useful, and remember, we love to hear your feedback. So if you have some comments that you wish to share, whether it be the types of tools you like to use to add fun to your PowerPoint presentations, or experiences you've had, tips, techniques, even questions, whatever, don't hesitate to come on out and share with us, okay? Thanks, and take care.